Welcome to the show, and thanks for waking up with us today. Today we're waking up here at Marine Max on Panama City Beach, right here in the Treasure Island Marina, and I'm here with Bob Fowler, standing on this beautiful Sea Ray yacht.
What a great way to wake up, Don. We're standing on just an awesome vessel. This is the 2015 Sea Ray 47 Sundancer, and there's a lot of great features and options on this boat that I'm just excited to show you.
You can put a lot into a 47-foot space, I suppose.
Well, Sea Ray's the best in the world at doing that. You know, any other brand comparable, this boat, Sea Ray, will always have more living space, more storage space, more cubic feet than any other model in its category.
Well, let's go take a look inside.
Well, let's start here first.
Okay.
This is an automatic sunshade. You just mash the button, comes out and in, and it's out right now, so it gives you a great shady place. Out here too, looking down, and we'll get a shot of it in just a little bit, but that's a hydraulic platform, so it goes down about 3.5 feet into the water. So if you're carrying a jet ski or whatever, you got a remote. You take off in your jet ski, you're anchored out, you come back, you hit your remote, it comes down, pull it right on. So a lot of great stuff. Also out here, you have electric grill.
Yeah, naturally. And, where else would you put the electric grill?
Exactly right. And a lot of storage space here inside, and there's your remote for your
And what do we got there, a little sink on there?
You have a sink, fresh water. And then, of course, your nice seating here. You've got lighting, special lighting, speakers out here for your stereo, and just a great place to hang out and to enjoy your sport yacht.
Bob, we're in the cabin now of this beautiful Sea Ray yacht, 47-foot yacht. Tell me about this area here. What's going on?
Well, this is the salon, and we've got a cabin to go down into, but this is the salon. Very, very comfortable. I don't know if you felt of these cushions. They're about this thick.
Wow. And
very, very comfortable.
Yeah. I won't get too used to this, but it is nice.
It's very nice. Also, you have the flat screen TV that lifts up here, and this has the satellite TV system on it already.
Now, what's going on here in the cockpit?
Now, this is the special thing about this boat. There's a lot of special things. I hope you can see all this. Of course, it's got all of your hybrid touch. This is all touch screen electronics, top of the line Ray Marine. And the great thing about this vessel is it's a sport yacht. It's 49 feet overall, but it runs like a sport boat out in the water. Corners, everything else. It's just amazing, fast. But the great thing about docking this boat...
Just like you would expect from a Sea Ray, too.
Absolutely. But this has the Zeus propulsion system, which are pods, and it also has the joystick docking controls, which makes this boat handling around docks and other boats a absolute dream. It's just amazing.
And I noticed you got this little sitting area, too. So
absolutely.
You're driving around and, you know, the kids, mom, whoever...
This is a great entertaining space in the boat.
Yeah, it is.
And, you know, without going into a lot more detail, we can go downstairs and I'll show you the cabin.
Let's check it out. Now, this is the guest stateroom here.
It is.
Right? And it's got that separate shower and separate bathroom.
Correct.
So your guests
you got a solid pocket door here, so that makes it, you can actually say that this boat has two masters.
It certainly looks that way.
But it's separated from the head and the shower for this one because of your guest. So if you have people on board that want to use the bathroom, then they can go here as opposed to the master, and you can keep that separate.
Now, of course, the master is a full suite in and of itself.
It is, and it also is a full beam, which means it goes from side to side of the entire boat, and you've got a queen-size bed, a lot of room as we saw. In the galley, you've got a 2-burner electric stove, of course, your freshwater sink, tons of cabinet space. Open one cabinet, you got the microwave, and all the way around, just space.
So this area is a galley and a, what do you call it?
It's called a lower salon.
A lower salon.
You do have your flat screen TV as well, and then also the main control panel, the brain for the entire system.
The master control,
your DC and
there,
AC panels, and the salon, the lower salon, it does convert to a bed. So you've got plenty of sleeping area on this boat, very comfortable. Either for 2 couples, 1 couple, or you can sleep up to 8. including your sleepers up here in the upper salon. Anytime.
There's almost too much to look at, and this is only a half-hour show.
That's right.
We couldn't possibly cover it all.
Exactly.
But this boat really does it all, and especially for the discriminating buyer, this has got something for everyone
it's
on board.
Fantastic. It's just a great
Bob
vessel.
Fowler from Marine Max here on Panama City Beach.
Don,
Thanks for letting me on board.
My pleasure as always.
Yes, and this has been Robin Leach. No, this is Don Arias. And we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Alan Graham from Counts Real Estate, and we're going to learn a little more about how to sell your house. What happens when you list your house? What happens after that? I mean, there's a lot of buying and selling going on now, isn't there, Alan?
Hey, Don.
There's like 100 questions in that one, but
no, the market is absolutely great right now. We do have people buying. You know, the first thing that happens when you list your house, the most important thing is to make sure it's priced correctly. And so many people look down the street and see what their neighbor has their house priced at, and they decide they need to be a little bit more than that because their house is always better than the neighbor's house.
But that's a problem. If you overprice your house and it stays on the market for too long, people will assume there's something wrong with it, that it's not selling.
You know, and that's the first conversation I have with them is on overpricing. It's got to be priced properly because the more we sell it for, the more I make. So I'm on your side about pricing the house. I'm also realistic about how long the property needs to stay on the market, where somebody will lend money on that house at. It's got to meet an appraisal. And so arriving at the right price for the house is the most important thing. If it stays on the market too long, it becomes what we call stigmatized. Stigmatized means that people naturally assume the first 8 or 9 months is overpriced. After that, they assume that you've had termites. After that, they figure there's a dead body in the place somewhere. And so if it's been on 1.5 to 2 years, something really is wrong with the house structurally, so they won't do it.
Well, I told you, we sold our house in 10 days. It was priced right. We had a really good realtor who knew his business, did all the comps, explained it all to us, and we were like, okay, let's go for it.
The second thing that we do is within the first week and a half, I'll spend about $500 on marketing your home. We'll put it on MLS, which is what every realtor will do. The second thing that we do is do a visual tour. We also do some 5x7 postcards that go out to all the neighbors. If somebody's living in that neighborhood that's happy, then they get those cards. They may know people that are friendly with, you know, that want to buy a house there.
I always wondered why I got those cards.
That's exactly why you get them. The next thing that we do is we expose it to the internet. 95% of the people today that are looking for homes use the internet or the iPad or some form of electronics. And so we're members of leading real estate companies of the world, which we're one of the few companies in Northwest Florida that's associated with them. And the minute that we put it on our website, it automatically goes to 500 websites all over the world.
Actually, I'm going to put a little pitch in for you here because I was clicking around on Facebook and I was on your page and it was a virtual tour of a house, and I said, "No, let me take that virtual tour." It was just like walking through the thing. It was really good.
That's the next thing we do, the virtual tour. Most companies don't do a virtual or visual tour, and we actually do a visual tour, which is superior to just still photographs. It allows me to photograph the interior of a house in segments, and our program stitches it together to where it pans across a room. And so
you're not going to sell a house off a virtual tour, but you could actually get a good idea of what you're getting yourself into, because I guess there's really no substitute for you walking through the house personally.
No, but we can eliminate a lot of them. And see, people come in with 10 or 12 homes that they're interested in. Well, neither they or I need to go take tours of 10 to 12 homes. We need to get it down to about 3 or 4 that really meet their criteria. Otherwise, they get confused. They'll see things in the home that they like, and so they will, it confuses them. So we need to go ahead and kind of consolidate it down into the neighborhood, the school zone, the work area, and then pick 3 houses there and take a look at them. Your first offer, 95% of the time, is your best and highest. Most people think that first offer, oh, let's leave it on the market and wait for a better offer. 95% of the time, the first offer is the best offer.
In our case, that was very true.
There you go.
The second people who looked at the house made an offer, and it sold like that because it was priced right.
Right now, if you're wanting to sell a house, we need the listings. I've listed 6 this week. The National Realtor Association tells us we have a 4.5 month supply of houses on the market. A balanced market is considered a 6-month supply. Okay. So we have a 4.5 month supply. So right now, there's more demand than there is supply nationally.
So if you're thinking of selling your house, now it's time to do it. And how do we get in touch with you, Alan Graham?
AlanGrahamRealEstate.com.
Thank you so much, sir. I always learn something when you come on
Thank
the show.
you.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Allison Smith from Herb Effects Landscape Management, and Pest Control.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yes, we were talking. Good morning. We were talking about pests, but
yes, it's that time.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely. We've actually had the season. We've had some a weird spring temperature-wise.
Yeah, it's been up and down.
Up and down, but we are having an unusually early amount of flea calls. Like fleas have really come out hard this year.
I don't know what that is. It has to do with the weather, I'm sure. The humidity probably plays a role in all that, but it has been weird. One day it's hot and humid, next day it's clear and cool, and
we really haven't had that much rain, so it's been, great weather. But a large number of flea calls, not only inside, but lawns, areas that typically we have homeowners call and say, "Well, I've never had fleas in my grass. Is that something that you do?"
How do you know if you have fleas? Do you literally see them jumping around? Or?
People have taken their pets out, walking through areas, and literally come back in and had fleas on their pet.
Wow.
If you have one lady went out in house shoes that were light colored, and she I saw fleas on my house shoes. So
wow.
Yeah, that's a serious problem when you've got them on your house
And fleas
shoes.
are really kind of gross when you think about it.
They are, and they really can carry problems for your pet. So really, you need to treat it or not. If you're in a dog park area, no matter what, you really need to get a flea treatment, either the topical or pill, because they can carry tapeworms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they carry a lot of diseases
they carry a
as
lot
well.
of problems. Yeah.
And bubonic plague, not anymore. But
you never know. I mean, they're actually.
You look at the Black Death from the Middle Ages. That was all blamed on rats and fleas.
Rats and fleas.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. But what happens is your pet will groom itself and try to itch itself, and it actually eats the flea.
Oh.
And that's how they transmit.
That's an interesting.
Yeah, it's not that the flea bites them and gives them something. They eat it, trying to get it, off.
So what do you do though? I mean, so now you see that you have fleas either on your pet or on your bedroom slippers or whatever.
Right.
You've detected fleas. What's your next step?
You call 850-230-1200.
Naturally.
Of course.
Call
Herb
Effects.
Actually, it's a two-part treatment though. You want to treat everything, and then you wait 10 days or so, and then you go back and treat again, because you want any eggs that are out there to hatch and then get those treated as well. So each treatment actually consists of a two-part spray.
Wow. So fleas are a big deal. Now bed bugs too. I mean, is there a season for bed bugs? I mean, we were talking about that a little bit before we started.
There isn't really a season, but we actually have had 2 bed bug calls in 48 hours. So
interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if and the bed bugs are something we may not get a call for 2 months. Then you get a couple.
Yeah.
But bed bugs are very, very, very bad. They spread, and they're very hard to get rid of.
So when you travel, if you're in a different city, staying in a hotel room, what do? You don't ever put your luggage on the floor.
You don't put your luggage on the floor. Always keep it elevated. It's really simple. You just want to pull one corner of the coverings, the sheets and everything off, and look on the mattress. You're going to see spots and dots where the seam is.
Right.
In that little tight corner. That's
so
the
if you
easiest
see
way to check.
little spots, black spots, dots, you'll see that's like bed bug activity.
Don't stay there. Call
now,
a friend.
if you have bed bugs, what do? Call Herb Effects.
Call Herb Effects. Yeah, but that is a very complicated treatment.
Yeah, so it's more than
it's not than a one step. It's a process. Yeah.
So it's flea season.
Flea season.
It's always bed bug season.
It can be in our area.
Yeah,
but check your pets and definitely want to keep your pet treated. But we have a couple. We have the new dog park over on Balboa. A lot of people are getting their pets out, taking them for rides and kind of that kind of thing. And you can definitely even bring a flea into your house. It's just that easy. But one flea is all it takes.
Yeah, and then they set up house in your house, and you
don't want that. You don't want that.
Allison Smith from Herb Effects, thank you so much for coming on the show and scaring us about fleas and bed bugs. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I have a friend of the show and a personal friend of mine, William Keeley. William is a person with autism, but moreover, William is a person with a lot of talent and a lot of ingenuity. He's published 2 books on computers and technology, and I'd like you to meet him. Welcome to the show, William. Always
Hey,
good
nice to meet you. Nice to be on.
Good to see you. Now, here we are. It's the end of April, and it was April is Autism Awareness Month, and I think it's important for people to know that people like you make a contribution, don't they?
I think it's important. I mean, there's different types of people, and everybody has their own conditions. And
It's like they say, William, if you met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism, because everyone's different. And like my son Vincent, he's quite different from you, but you know, you guys kind of share that one thing in common. Now, you started writing books here, and how long ago did you start? I see you've got Tech Tactics, Money Saving Secrets, Technology, and also Tech Tactics, Publishing and Production Secrets. 2 books. That's awesome.
I'm working on the 3rd.
You working on a 3rd?
I am. But this one's going to be fiction.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to be interested to see that. Now, a hallmark of autism is not being able to really, or having a problem with personal relationships. You seem to do pretty well, like eye contact and things like that are hard for people with autism. How do you cope with that?
Well, to tell you the truth, I fake it.
Really?
I really do. You think I'm looking you in the eyes. I'm not. I'm looking at your forehead.
All right, so that's just a technique that you've developed over the years
Correct.
to be more socially acceptable without having to have that eye contact.
Right.
Well, that's a wonderful technique, and does it? And I guess it works for you, and I suppose it could work for other people.
Well, a lot of people, they either look at the mouth, that's common.
Yeah.
They look at the forehead, and some people, they look at the hairline, but that's just a little bit out of, people can tell you're not looking them in the eye.
Well, I'm glad you're not looking at my hairline, because I'm a little paranoid about it. How did you start writing your books? I mean, when you were young and you were in school, were you a good student?
You'd have to define good student, because I could take tests and everything. I didn't really, I mean, some of the classes were okay, but I was really good at taking tests, and that's how I got my way through school.
So academically, you were okay.
I was okay.
Now, what about friendships and teams and clubs? Did you do any of that?
I was in the FBLA, Future Business Leaders Association of America. The academic tournament, and I used to do a few of the math Olympiads when I was in.
Okay, so you did participate to some degree.
I did.
It sounds like Mom did a great job of keeping you involved, didn't she?
No, she did.
Yeah, that's awesome stuff. Now, we got to run off to a break, because I could talk to you for hours. But on the other side of the break, I want to talk about your books and that whole journey you've had as an author and to where you are today.
Okay.
All right, and we'll be right back with William Keeley after these messages. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with my friend William Keeley, who is a published author and a citizen of Bay County who just happens to have autism. Welcome back. Tech Tactics. How did you start writing this book, and what's it about?
Well, I had a friend in my congregation said, you really ought to write a book. And so I decided I would do it.
So you were kind of the computer guy of the group in your church?
I was a computer guy. I've done different projects, tried different things, and he said I ought to write a book. So I started putting notes together every time I work on somebody's computer, and I thought it might be interesting to put in a book how it was fixed and everything. I did that.
Oh, how cool. So now you've got this, and we can get this book on Amazon.com.
That's correct. Or you can go to my website, williamkeeley.com.
Of course, williamkeeley.com.
But Amazon is where it is mostly sold.
Tech Tactics. So if I buy this book, I'll learn some money-saving secrets with my computer, right? What will it tell me?
Well, you can use your computer for a telephone, a video device to communicate with people overseas. You can, there's information on how to repair your computer,
And-
what virus protection to
And
use.
do it cheaply and for free, actually.
Most everything in there is for free.
Now we've got this one, Tech Tactics, and what will this tell us? What will we learn from this?
Most of the programs out there, you want to use something to do a quick publishing project, but you don't want to spend $400 or $500 for the latest and greatest software. This book shows you where you can get the open source programs. You can download them for free, no strings attached, no shareware.
Wow.
You download it, you use it, no catch. But I would recommend contributing to the developers of the software a little bit to help them
to
out.
help them out with it as well, because they're really doing a public service for people by sharing this with the world. And you, sir, are also doing a public service by putting all this knowledge in a book, Tech Tactics, Publishing, and Production Secrets. I could talk to you all day, William, but time is always the enemy on this show. But thank you so much for coming on, and keep up the good work. And I'm looking forward to your next book.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
You have a great day.
All right, you're welcome back anytime. And we'll see you next time.